when I think of what you're going through. I'm not saying that it's wrong that you have to go through it. I'm saying it's painful to you and it's painful to me. So wrongness and rightness just have to do with the subjective feelings of those who experience it, talk about it. Now, ethical naturalism is, this is as well, though don't equate the two. Subjectivism is only one kind of naturalism, a subjectivist kind. There are objectivist kinds of naturalism. Ethical naturalism is the view that morality is grounded in nature. Morality is grounded in nature. And because it's grounded in the nature of our emotional psychology, you see, it's grounded in our emotional psychology. Hume is an ethical naturalist. And he talks about laws of nature. Now, they're not laws of nature in some metaphysical sense, like Aristotle, or innate, as in the Platonists. They're not laws of nature in the sense of being there already when we come into the world. He's very plain that these laws of nature are artifacts. But they are laws of nature in the sense that they arise naturally in the course of nature, because of the nature of our psychological development in relationship to other people. So he has an ethic based on a natural developmental psychology. The nature of psychological development, the nature of emotional development is what gives rise to ethics. And he's very quick to say that this is universally the same for all human beings, this process of development, because of the way in which God made us to function. Now, whether he says God with tongue-in-cheek, or because he really believes it, of course, is another question. But at least he's saying if there's a theistic basis in your thinking, then all right. But the immediate basis is the universality of the psychological process. So he's not an ethical relativist. The laws of nature he sees as three, one having to do with property, the stability of possession, one having to do with transferring it by consent, another having to do with keeping promises. You see? And so he says this is the way the laws about justice develop. And he even talks about the laws of the nations, which is the phrase used in natural law theory from the Romans and Aquinas onwards. Laws of nations are laws pertaining in all nations. Well, so do these three that he spells out. Because without the security of possession, there would be constant war of all against all. Without transferring by consent, there would be no commerce. And without keeping of promises, there would be no alliances or treaties. So these are laws that apply for utility's sake between the nations, as well as between individuals. But these laws of nature are but just utilitarian things. Justice is a utilitarian notion. Justice is simply the utility of giving to each what's his due. You see. Well, there's Hume's ethic. Okay, Monday